Hey guys, God bless. Welcome back to Twist and Shout. I'm Shar, and we're gonna have a real talk while I get ready for today. So, many of you seen my vlog where I was cleaning up and talking about my experiences over the years and how I was feeling. And I noticed that I more so dealt with previous emotions. And I didn't have enough time to kind of bring it, make it this one picture, right? Well, I guess I did, but I definitely want to take this time out to talk about right now. Right now. I posted a video on my faith channel, pretty much saying that I felt like I was crying on the inside and I couldn't shake it. Like, no matter what I did or what I thought, I would always come back to that real deep agony feeling, like just a real deep hurt emotion. And I couldn't put my finger on it. And it wasn't until I was looking at my previous videos, like with my hair falling out and stuff, and I said, postpartum shedding. And then, of course, when I said postpartum, I said postpartum depression. And it didn't dawn on me until you recap like all the events, because you try to get to the exact day or time or moment where you said, something was wrong. And y'all, I can remember the first day I brought her home. I walked in the house, I put the diaper bed down, and I was holding her, and Jace was running back and forth. He was doing a lot, and Ariana was talking to me, and then Jake was trying to talk to me, and people was asking me different questions and stuff, and it was like, oh, I went from 2 kids to 3 kids, from this amount of needs to this amount of needs. And it's like my mind just went dot, 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 dot. Like I couldn't even process. Like I remember just standing there. And I think Jacob said, "You all right?" And I was like, yeah, like, I at that moment, I just realized now looking back at it that I was overwhelmed. And I tried my best to be normal, but after some time, it became evident. And I remember I did have a couple breakdowns where I had to go to Jacob and was like, I just need you to be present right now. Like, not here, but present. Like, sometimes men, and this is not to say anything bad about him because a lot of men do this, they're more logical, so they're not thinking emotional wise, but because he was asking the whole time, what do I need? How can you help me? And obviously when you're dealing with depression, it's not so much as how you can help me, but be here while I get help, if that makes sense. Like, just be present and be aware and be alert and talk to me and just overly express your presence. Like, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it, but just, for me, it was like, it's not about asking how are you or how you feel. It was more so about, I'm here. And hearing those words make all the difference, in my opinion. And you can say, well, duh, it was if he was physically here and your other children were physically here, like, what was the problem? And I would have to say to you, you have to understand how depression works. Like, the whole world still exists, but you still get depression, right? But for me, obviously, I try to be careful about what I express, how I feel, and even saying it out loud, because it's not a pretty thing. It's a lingering thing. And there is a lot put on the shoulders of the wife, the wife of the pastor. In general, it's not ideal for them to be vulnerable and open and transparent and sharing their home life stuff. It's like taboo almost. Like, oh, you're the pastor's wife. You shouldn't be going through anything. You should know how to handle that. You should be stronger than that. And that was on me too. And a number of other things. Just being a responsible adult, like remembering to take care of things in and outside the home that became worrisome and burdensome, because it's like, it's a jungle in here. And then I got to make sure I maintain the exterior of the jungle. And it became hard and it became complex. And I'm to a point now where I'm like, okay, God, like, I can't help anyone masking my emotions. Like, I have to express myself and I have to be real. And it's hard. It is so hard wearing all these hats. It is hard trying to keep up with everything. Like, there's been days where I remember I was talking to Jake and I said, I feel like I'm losing my mind and I can't remember anything. Like, it's like my mind just would not compute the now. It was all over the place. And he was like, well, we're getting older and, just trying to make light of it. And I'm like, no, something is wrong. And we discussed me going back and talking to the therapist that was at my doctor's office that I was talking to during pregnancy. Because I know when I was pregnant, I definitely was depressed. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But I guess in my mind, I was just like, Bella's here. And, you kind of just put those things to the side. Like, okay, it must have resolved itself because she's here now. But that's not how it works. Wherever there's a problem, it needs to be resolved. Like, and sometimes, yes, time does resolve it, but if you don't ever get to the point of acknowledging, like, this actually exists, like, I didn't say, I feel this way, and this is probably why, and this is what needs to happen. It was just, let me just keep going. Let me just keep going. And a lot of people do that, and it's not healthy. Like, yes, you're supposed to press on, but you also need to get to the bottom and the root of what exactly you are experiencing so that you can be a healthier person mentally. And I was not doing that. I was just like, well, I'm just going to keep doing this. I'm going to go do that and just try to add things on instead of taking things away. And that was my biggest issue. Like, just saying, well, if I just busy myself and it works for a while. But when everything is said and done, especially these tangible things like cleaning, dusting, vacuuming, and you just sit there, it's like, okay, now what? Because at some point you're going to run out of things to do, no matter how hard or how much you think that's not the case. Trust me, I've been there, like, just really sitting in my living room, like, okay, I got up early, I did everything that needs to be done. What do I do now? And it's frustrating because these are things that in the moment you don't really know how to express yourself. Like, it's just hard. And also, when you think about all the burdens and things that's going on around you, because my thing this time was, okay, it's not just about me. Like, a new baby is in all of our lives. And my husband got his health issues going on. And my daughter had things going on at school. And it was like, what in the world? And then in the middle of that, I remember having some really strong sentimental feelings towards Jace in the first couple of weeks, because let's be real, no matter how hard you try, the middle child always end up just being the child just lost in the sauce. And it hurt and it aggravated me so bad to the point where I was bitter and I was acting in that bitterness. Like, even though my heart and my mind was like, oh, he needs more attention. I need to love him just a little bit more when I can and try to look for ways to give him his time. And y'all, it is so hard, like so hard. And I thank God and my husband, he kind of stepped in and, just let him be him and they do their things together. But obviously as a mother, when you start feeling that drift, because y'all know Jace was on my hip. He was here. And the bond was inseparable. Like, y'all know, like, if y'all was in person with us, with the family stuff, y'all be like, come on, Jace, give your mama some breathing room. Because that was him. But after quite some time, it's like, he even became annoying. And he was just like, oh, okay, I know I got to go sit down and be quiet. I know I got to go busy. Like, that kind of, oh, I know. But if anybody's a middle child, you definitely know that, man, it just, you get lost. And even for myself, looking back on my own experience, I was a middle child, but I was also a older child. Reason, naturally, technically, I'm a middle child, but because of the age gap, I also experienced being the older child, and that's what made things really, really bad and really, really rough, because you know how you get that moment and you're just like, okay, now I can have a little more time and space and opportunity. And it's like, nah, it never comes. It never happens. Because you went from one position that wasn't okay to another position that's not okay either. Because we all know that the oldest adult experience what they experience as well too. So yeah, but my main thing now is balance and trying to weave through the mess. Like, y'all know I was all for homeschooling Jace, but now it's kind of like, I don't know if I even have the capacity mentally to do that. And that makes me sad, and it makes me feel like a failure, because it's like I was so on board for homeschooling, and now it's just like, I don't think I have it in me. And I hate that, because that's what I want to do. That's what my heart is to homeschool him and eventually homeschool Bella, honestly. Which, I don't know. We still got a little time. And when I say a little time, I mean, because school enrollment and stuff, the process, I believe, starts like next month. So I don't know. But I hope my hair turns out okay. But y'all know I can't talk to y'all and do something at the same time. So. But anywho, yeah, so I am now at the point where a part of me wants to reach back out to the therapist at my doctor's office. A part of me doesn't, because like I said, in my mind, it's like putting your own self on a pedestal. Like, no, Char, not you, not the one that gets on YouTube and encourage people and give people encouraging methods and scriptures. Like, no, not you. And then also that those evil thoughts that say, you know what, why are you even complaining? Like, don't you think other people got stuff going on? Like, why would you even burden other people? Why would you even put that on others to have to deal with you and da-da-da-da, like all those thoughts and stuff? They don't make it any better either. And those are really heavy, active thoughts, like to the point where I go days and don't say anything about how I feel and what's going on with me. And I just try to be there for everyone else and try to be a good mother and wife. And obviously, when you're in this season and you're feeling like this with this postpartum depression, you feel like you are not enough. You feel like you're always making mistakes and errors. You feel like you are in the loneliest place on earth. Just a lie. And by me saying out loud, Shar, you are depressed and you do have this problem and it does need to be resolved, it kind of helped me. So I'm glad I did make the video on my other channel. However, now I'm just at this place where I'm just like, okay, God, what in the world am I supposed to do now? And how do I continue? And like I told y'all, honestly, I was real big on saying, all right, I should not be on YouTube. Like, that was the first thing that came to my mind, that I don't need to be like this in front of everyone, like ashamed and bitter and upset that this is happening to me. Because a part of me was like, okay, you're on your third child. Why in the world would you be depressed? Like, don't you know what to expect? Like, just really being really negative and talking to myself in that manner. And that did not help, obviously, because I am my own worst critic. And y'all, as hard and rough around the edges I am to myself, it is so bad. Like, the thoughts that I put on myself are horrible. It's something, I am an overthinker. I'm a loud thinker. Like, my thoughts will cloud me and corrupt my life and keep me from doing stuff and going places. Like, it's really that bad. But the point of this video is to just let you guys know, one, what's going on, and two, Obviously asking you guys for a continuous grace and mercy, because obviously I don't feel like planning my hair. And I even thought about taking a break from touching my hair in general, like in the big way, because I really thought I was ready to go back into washing my hair and conditioning and braiding and twisting in front of you guys. But now I'm just like, I don't think I'm back there. I don't think I'm at that moment right now. But and then a part of me also, I had to tell myself, like, hold up, Char, like, you put too much stress on yourself to keep up a YouTube channel when we're talking about your mental health. And I know that was a big no-no. Like, no, ma'am. Like, your mental health is so much more important. And I know a lot of you have said that, you know, take your time and get right. But again, for me, I also felt like God knows what's going to happen before it happens. So I do feel like by me still trying to get back in that mode, that I was also helping myself not be completely down and out, if that makes sense. Even though I know it wasn't the healthiest route. But this is why we ask God for his grace and mercy, because even when we get it wrong and we don't understand, we don't know what's going on, he constructs our life. So we just trust in him. But for right now, because I made a video talking about my hair regrets and stuff too. For right now, I just feel like I want to cut my hair, or at least my ends. So it would be at least this much for right now. But that may change, because hey, it may actually go here. I don't know. But I'm going to give myself a hair break in a few, I don't know, no. I will say before my trip, I want to do something to my hair, but I don't know if I have the time in between. Our trip is this coming up weekend, and you know, you don't make last minute appointments with people, but I don't know. Even if it don't get done exactly on the trip, maybe when we get back. But it will be a really big help if I get it done before the trip. Or I can try to do it myself again. That's always an option, right? I didn't do too bad last time. But I don't know. I guess I'm just so anti-touching my hair right now. So you guys just bear with me. But I'm going to church, by the way. It's Sunday, if you guys need to know. All right, so that's my little pony. That's gonna last me today. But I ask that you guys obviously pray for me and keep me in mind. I believe now that separating my channel and having the faith part has helped me a lot, because I feel more vulnerable when Jesus is in the equation versus when you're trying to limit him. And I think that was my mistake too. Trying to convince myself that I'm like these two different people. Like I'm over here with Twist and Shout, and then I'm over here with Charlene. But I'm the same person, and I can't help what God has given me and the passion I have for Christ. So I think separating the channel was okay, but I probably should have just kept them together. And that will probably help me too, because now I'm like, I gotta make sure I post this way, that way. And I don't think that helps now. Obviously when I was okay, it really wasn't an issue or whatever. But when you're stressed and depressed, everything seems burdensome and it's not okay. So I don't know, maybe I'll take a moment where I merge them back together temporarily, and then we'll see what happens in the future. But for right now, I think I'm going to I think I want to focus on other things that may help me, like not just my hair, because obviously my hair is an enemy right now. Like hair just keeps coming out no matter how I touch it or whatever. So it's kind of annoying, and obviously I don't want that to happen on camera. So yeah, this is where I'm at now. This video is already long, and I feel like I still didn't get all of it out, but I just want the gist of what you get from this video is that I'm human. we have to learn to stop putting people on pedestals. Like, it doesn't matter if I'm a pastor's wife. I'm still human. I still go through stuff. He's only one person, so he cannot resolve everything. And our closed doors issues most of the time will probably be no different than everybody else's. So just keep in mind to pray for all aspects and areas of my life. Yeah, that's what I meant. So yeah, if I disappear, just pray for me. Love you guys. God bless. Take care. Bye.